Yes. Hello, friends. The topic electrochemistry we are considering, and in the first, although I have said it or labeled it as introductory lecture, in that first video lecture, two types of electrochemical cells. One was electrolysis and second was galvanic cell. Both types, in short, we had considered. ओके, तर त्या सुरुवातीच्या पहिल्या लेक्चरमध्ये इलेक्ट्रोलिसिस आणि गॅल्व्हॅनिक सेल असे दोन्ही प्रकार, म्हणजे डॅनियल सेल एक एक्झाम्पल घेतलं होतं. इन दॅट गॅल्व्हॅनिक सेल वी गेट इलेक्ट्रिसिटी ॲट द एक्सपेन्स ऑफ स्पॉन्टेनियस रिडॉक्स असं म्हणालो होतो. आणि इलेक्ट्रोलिसिसमध्ये वी यूज एक्सटर्नल इलेक्ट्रिसिटी टू कॅरी आउट अ नॉन स्पॉन्टेनियस रिडॉक्स रिॲक्शन. आता हे मी बोललो तोंडी तरी, सिन्स दिस हॅज बीन studied, considered in the first lecture, you should go through the first lecture. Still, the two things were considered in the first lecture. Now both the things in detail separately we are again going to consider. त्याच्यामध्ये electrolysis, so basically what we know about electrolysis is, what is electrolysis? It is a process in which non-spontaneous, which is not spontaneous, a non-spontaneous redox type of chemical reaction, non-spontaneous redox reaction, of course chemical reaction, is carried out by using external electrical supply. So herein, by using external electricity supply, we carry out a redox chemical reaction, otherwise that would not take place. So electrical energy is converted into chemical energy. Okay, so that, and the second type, so the first type under electrochemical cell electrolysis, let us consider the very same example again properly. So this is negative electrode, small sign, and this one is positive electrode. Fused NaCl means NaCl in molten form, molten. So the Na plus and Cl minus ions are able to move, and during electrolysis, when electricity is applied, what happens is ions move towards oppositely charged electrodes and ions. Positive ions will go towards negative electrode, of course, because positive ions are deficient in electrons. Positive ions go towards negative electrode, because negative electrode is electron rich. Okay, and negative ions will go towards positive electrode, because negative ions are electron rich and positive electrode is electron deficient, towards opposite. Ions move towards oppositely charged electrodes and get discharged. Okay, the negative ion will lose electrons, the positive ion will gain electrons. Now losing electrons is oxidation, gaining electrons is reduction. Even that we know. That's all right. So if it is molten NaCl, then what will happen? Na plus ions towards negative electrodes for the purpose of making the writing easy, for the sake of convenience, I will write Na plus ions here. Na plus ions in the molten NaCl, positive ion, will go towards negative electrode, and Cl minus ions, okay, one extra electron is there, because of that it is Cl minus ion, will go toward positive electrode, and Na plus ions accept electrons from the negative electrode, which is electron rich, and get converted into elemental sodium. Now Na plus ions accept electrons and get converted into sodium, elemental sodium. So Na plus ions has accepted electrons, therefore it is reduction. It is reduction of Na plus ions, and the electrode where reduction takes place is cathode, and this has taken place at negative electrode. So at negative electrode, here, since reduction has taken place, it is cathode. Electrode where reduction takes place is cathode, and electrode where oxidation takes place is anode. At the same time, the two things, although they are separate, they take place simultaneously, donation and getting of electrons. Cl minus ions, negative charged, electron rich, will get attracted towards positive electrode, which is electron deficient, Cl minus ions, and it will lose electrons. Okay, it will lose electrons to this electrode. Na plus ions gain electron through this electrode, and Cl minus ions lose electrons to the electrode. So as if electrons means electrons enter here and come down here, and therefore flow of electrons, okay, circuit gets completed that way. But the chemically electrolytes, they convert into different. Cation Na plus gets converted into elemental sodium, and ion Cl minus will get converted into, at that moment, Cl, and such Cl radicals ultimately they will react with each other to form Cl2 gas. Okay, and this is oxidation. This is oxidation. So it takes place at positive electrode, and the electrode where oxidation takes place is anode. Anode is that electrode where oxidation takes place. Yeah, so the same example of the earlier example I have earlier lecture I have deliberately repeated. It is important. Okay, what if instead of molten NaCl, if we use aqueous solution of NaCl? Okay, let us now consider that. What if now, if external electricity is applied, as it is seen there, this is negative electrode, this one is positive electrode, and as we know, ions go towards oppositely charged electrodes and get discharged. Charge will get dismissed. Positive ions, that's a charge discharge व्हायचं असेल तर it should accept electrons. Negative ion, त्याच्यावरचा charge dismiss व्हायचं असेल तर it should lose electrons. Okay, so that way, at negative electrode, since it is aqueous solution, and in aqueous solution this equilibrium, water, although to small extent, dissociates to give free H plus and free OH minus ions, hydrolysis of OH bond, okay, H plus and OH minus ions, although to small extent, and because of that, in addition to Na plus ions, which will have tendency to move towards negative electrode, electron rich, H plus ions are also present. So H plus ions and Na plus ions in aqueous solution of NaCl. Aqueous solution of NaCl is also called as brine solution. Okay, brine solution. And although to small extent free OH minus ions in water are present, towards positive electrode, in addition to Cl minus ions, free OH minus ions are also there. So there is a competition actually between these two cations, which they both approach or will get attracted towards negative electrode, and there is a competition between these two negative ions, electron rich, Cl minus ions and OH minus ions. Now what will happen, what we observe, and what is the reason behind that, what we observe. Now if you compare Na plus and H plus, what we observe is that as compared to Na plus ions, the reduction of H plus ions is easy reduction. That is explained on the basis of what we call as standard reduction potential. The tendency to get reduced of H plus ions is more, and therefore SOP point of view, SOP means here let me write in the form of SRP. Yes, what does that mean? SRP means that this point SRP and SOP we are going to consider in detail, but still it is not that difficult. Under standard conditions, tendency to get reduced, standard reduction potential. Standard, let me write in short, standard reduction potential, capacity, potential, tendency, means in simple words, tendency to get reduced under similar conditions of free H plus ions is more than Na plus ions, means standard reduction potential of H plus ions means it is applicable to ions in a solution. H plus ions is more, and therefore this one H plus ions will get preferentially reduced than this, and therefore here, although both, and even our routine chemistry knowledge, since sodium is alkali metal, metals are those which have tendency to get converted into cations, okay, and it is alkali metal, highly metallic, electropositive element we call it as, and therefore acceptance of electrons to get reduced, tendency of free H plus ions should be more than Na plus, okay, and therefore it gets reduced. Hydrogen, H plus ions get reduced, giving rise to nascent hydrogen. These nascent hydrogen atoms will get converted into H2 gas. I can balance it, and it can be half H2, or for the sake of balancing I can multiply by 2 factor, coefficient 2, and therefore this is the reduction. Now since this takes place at negative electrode, and the electrode where reduction takes place is cathode, therefore it is cathode. So at cathode this happens. Now at anode, Cl minus ion approach positive electrode, similarly OH minus ion also approach positive electrode. What will happen? Actually Cl minus ions or OH minus, negative ion, they will approach positive and they will get discharged. Means what? Electron deficient positive electrode, it will pull the extra electron, because of which the charge is there on the negative ions, anions. But what we actually No, as per just considering the oxidation tendency to undergo oxidation, SOP of OH minus ions means actually OH minus ions in water, okay, is greater than Cl minus ions. SOP of Cl minus ions. Okay, I have not repeated it. Like what we have considered here, SRP of H plus ions in water actually, and SRP of Na plus ions in aqueous solution. Standard reduction potential. Here, since they undergo oxidation, let us use their oxidation potential, tendency to get oxidized under standard conditions. Standard oxidation potential of OH minus ions is greater than Cl minus ions, and therefore we expect that OH minus ions should get oxidized. But that is only if we consider the oxidation potential under standard conditions. But OH minus ions, routine 2 lone pairs, the unpaired and the extra electron, they get solvated because of aqueous solution, water present. OH minus ions get solvated. OH bond is polar, isn't it? OH bond is polar. The OH bond of water which has not undergone heterolysis, out of whatever water is present, very less amount is present in this ionic form, heterolysis. Majority is present in unionized form, but it is polar, delta positive hydrogen, delta negative oxygen, isn't it? And this delta positive will have attraction for this negatively charged OH minus, oxygen in OH minus, and delta negative oxygen in water, another molecule, will have attraction for delta positive hydrogen. And because of the solvation, okay, that is major factor, and even the potential actual removal of electron, that point of view, this is correct. But solvation, if we consider, or to pull the electrons, to pull the ions towards that electrode, if other factors are considered, although only standard oxidation potential point of view this is expected, OH minus should get preferentially oxidized, giving O2 is expected. But what we say is that the reason chemistry I have written here, it is called as, let me write it here, because of what we call as over voltage. Because of over voltage, this does not take place. Opposite of this takes place. Oxidation of Cl minus ions actually takes place. We observe that, and therefore at anode means Cl minus ions, since it loses electrons and get converted into Cl, such Cl atoms, radicals, combine to give Cl2. So let me balance it in that way. Okay, so Cl minus ions release electrons, lose electrons, donate electrons, and therefore it is oxidation. And the electrode where oxidation takes place is anode, that takes place at positive electrode. So this is oxidation. So in aqueous solution, although Na plus and H plus ions are present, reduction of H plus ions to give H2. So H2 is liberated, although the solution, aqueous solution, is of NaCl, and OH minus ions from water and Cl minus ions from NaCl. Here Cl minus ions get oxidized preferentially, so Cl2 is liberated. So Cl2 is liberated at anode and H2 gas is liberated at cathode when electrolysis of aqueous solution is carried out. Electrolysis, because of using external electricity supply, ions go towards oppositely charged electrodes and get discharged, giving rise to various compounds. So ultimately what we get is this, and instead of aqueous solution, if it were fused NaCl, what we get is this: at anode Cl2 is liberated and at cathode sodium will get deposited. It is solid, therefore we should say deposited. So this is a very simple example, and normally this example is taken initially to start with, and therefore I have repeated this example in this second video lecture. But in addition to molten, we have also considered aqueous solution. We should compare that also. And normally, let me again in short repeat it. Since to get reduced, the tendency of H plus ions is more, H plus ions get reduced, giving rise to H2 gas preferentially, and therefore Na plus ions remain in the solution. And all those, only considering the terminology standard oxidation potential SOP, to release extra electron to get oxidized, the OH minus ion tendency is more. But because of the solvation, undissociated water, they form a protective covering, free OH minus ions. They also form a protective covering with Cl minus ions also, but that is more strong in OH minus ions. Okay, so these factors ultimately we label it under what we call as over voltage. The extra voltage is required, and because of over voltage, oxidation of Cl minus ions become easy in aqueous solution of NaCl, and therefore Cl minus ions get oxidized, and therefore aqueous solution of NaCl, hydrogen is liberated at cathode and chlorine at anode, and therefore Na plus from NaCl remain as it is, but Cl minus ions get oxidized and H plus from water get reduced. Means ultimately NaOH is formed, NaOH is developed, is formed. It means the solution will become basic alkaline. So that is a point we should know. And once we get idea regarding this, then electrolysis of water, even that example is also interesting and useful example. And then the rules during electrolysis using external electricity supply, and because of use of external electricity supply, the non-spontaneous redox reaction, the possibility of that is there. We can carry out that. Thank you.